Well, hello, my lilies and lads and lords and lovelies and sugar lilies and moonflowers and oh my God, all kinds of good stuff happening at midnight, baby. That's right. Anyway, well, our garden keeps getting bigger. That's nice. We're at 175 loves. 175 loves and dudes. Look at that. Now remember, Tyrone need to get to 500 in order to make $5 in spirit currency. Okay. All right, just keep that in mind. Oh my God. Anyway, thought it was time to play in the mud a little bit. Let's play in the mud. Let's play in the mud, guys. I know we want to. Now listen, I don't know, looking at this stuff, this case, I don't know much about the side players. I really don't. I mean, I haven't, you know, I haven't dug into any of their social media stuff or any of their court history. I haven't done any of that. So characters like, now, this, of course, again, this is all my theory, but characters like Demetrius, right? Those types of characters we're talking about, Emma. I don't know much about these people. I mean, you guys probably do. You guys probably know much more about their relationship. I don't know. I mean, I know they were friends. I'm assuming they were friends with some of the roommates, and didn't have such a great reputation. Again, a lot of these side characters. Well, we're talking narcotic game, right? So a lot of these side characters, they seem to have some connection, at least what we're rumors or not, their narcotic connection. But I was thinking about this, guys. This is the question I really wanted to get back to, though, in terms of conspiracies and mud. Okay, one of the biggest theories, right, that was put out was that this was a drug. This was a narcotic retaliation hit, right? And I think that's a good place to be in the mud. We'll start here. Um, Again, I can't. I don't know. I thought about this. I looked at this stuff. I just can't buy it, guys. I just can't fucking buy it. I can't buy it. I just can't. I mean, you guys tell me what you think. Do you think those, now that we're playing in the mud, do you think this was some sort of narcotic related, revenge hit of some sort? I mean, I don't personally. I don't think so. I don't think so. I just think that's it's too outlandish. Because look, if you're, and this is just what I would think you would do in this situation, unless you're trying to piss off the feds, right? Like directly piss them off. You would, if you're worried about confidential informants, being a gang runner, whoever's running the show, and you're worried about confidential informants ratting on you, well then, I always thought, then why don't you just go after the informants? That would be the easiest thing to do, right? Especially if they're out of jail, right? They're out of jail. So just go after them. If you're so worried about them snitching, well, you take out the informants. Why would you? What, you know what I mean? Unless you're not trying to pit, unless they're under Fed protection, which you don't know, but if they're under some sort of Fed eye, Yeah, you may not want to take them out directly because you don't want to you don't want any heat, any more heat coming from the feds. But whatever, still doesn't fucking matter really. Um, but no, you take out your enemy. Then you have to think to yourself, okay, why would they take out the children of some of their enemies, some of their confidential informants, right? Why would they take the kids out? See, again, to me, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't. I don't care. Don't fucking make any sense. No, you take out the informant, right? You want them to stop snitching, right? So how is taking out their kids going to help your cause? Okay, Master Nature. Okay, Master Nature. To send a message, right? Then we go back to that crap. No. Again, you want them to stop snitching, right? How is taking out their kids going to stop that? You don't know that. You don't know that. That's the thing. That's why it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's stupid. It's stupid, guys. Think about it. Okay, think about it. You're the captain. You're the captain of the enterprise, right? In this narcotic enterprise. You're the captain. And you're worried about some confidential informants, right? Who are out of jail. Who are, where you actually have, you can actually maybe, you know where they are, you can get to them, right? But instead of doing that, being the captain of the enterprise, right, of your ship, no, you decide to go after the offspring. Why would you do that? It's stupid. So stupid. Okay, just because you do this, you have no idea if that's going to make them, the people that you're worried about informing on you, you have no idea if that's going to shut them up. You have no idea, do you? No. You have no idea if that's going to shut their mouth. What if it doesn't shut their fucking mouth? What if it makes things even worse for you, oh captain? Right? See, you got to think about this stuff, guys. It sounds like alluring and sexy, and the way some presenters present it, it makes a lot of sense, right? They give you all this research that they're doing, but then you got to get to the core logic, though. It wouldn't make any sense to take out the offspring because you have no idea if they're still going to want to inform on you or not, right? Because they're still alive. Jesus, piss, right? So if you really want to ensure that you're not going to get informed on, the only way to do that is to take out your direct target, not the kids. Jesus. All right. You know what? That's what we call Playin In The Mud Part 1. And in the meantime, maybe we're breaking down some bullshit here, okay, guys? You know what I'm talking about. You know what videos I'm talking about. You do. You've seen the videos. Not mine. But you've seen, the videos that are getting 15, 20,000 views. You've seen them, but you have to look at it logically. You're not going to take out the offspring, right? Because you have no idea if that's actually going to shut these people up or not. And you're taking a big fucking risk. If you're the captain of this ship, you're taking a big risk thinking you may shut these people up or not. And what if you don't shut them up? Well, guess what? They're going to be even more pissed off at you. They're probably going to want to even snitch on you even more now that you killed my kids. Eh? All right. Tyrone and the God loves you. Hey, we want the God to be big, guys. Come on now. Hey, the bigger we get, right? The bigger this channel gets, we're all gonna make out. Okay, babies? That's all I can say. Love you all, ladies and lads and lords and lovelies. I'll catch you pretty soon, actually. Probably like 5 minutes. I love you. Bye bye.